Hey, yo, say hello to the bad guy, Scott Hall, and I've got a scoop for you. And we all know there's a lot of podcasts out there, and I encourage you to check out this one. It's called Going In Raw. You heard it here first. Going In Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw News Brief. We're
brief.
going to try to keep this one brief because it's Monday and people have stuff to do, Larson.
Yeah.
But before we do, I just want to say, smash that like button.
Yes, please.
Let's try to get this one up to 600 likes. I think that's a good goal for a Monday.
Sure.
And the sky's the limit from there, man.
Yeah, why not?
Anyways, what's in the
What's
news?
in the news? This is coming from the Sun, so my understanding is take this with a grain of salt.
Yeah, isn't the Sun like...
It's tabloid, it's my understanding.
Yeah.
Anyways, Daniel Cutts was author of this story, so he tweeted it out. So in short, he'll give us the abstract of the larger story.
Yeah.
His tweet read, quote, "Bit of a different one. Told the WWE have stepped up talks to bring one of the major pay-per-views to the UK amid the successful BT Sport link-up. 30-year anniversary of Summerslam in 2022 looked at." Of course, in the actual article in the Sun, they go into more detail and yada yada.
Yeah, kind of. It's still very vague. Like,
Oh,
it's,
totally.
There's not like...
It's not really sourced.
It's like rumors are going around.
I know.
But I will say this. They do seem to be making a really big deal out of the BT Sport thing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that alone kind of, I think in my eyes anyways, lends some credence to the idea that WWE could be doing more stuff.
I guess it lends credence to the idea that possibly it could be discussed.
Yeah, yeah. So, I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me necessarily.
No, I mean, it's been
They
something
did it
that's-
before
that
in
is-
1992.
Yeah, and they've been, and then it's been discussed and clamored for in United Kingdom wrestling circles ever since then.
NXT UK is a hit, and
Yeah.
it's on like normal TV there, I think on BT.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
So, I would love for this to happen.
I think it'd be cool. I mean, as we've seen with Crown Royal shows, like whatever issues, granted, they may have with time zones and having shows on a particular hour to satisfy their largest market, that being here in the States, and whatever conflicts may arise from that, I guess, seemingly, with the Saudi shows haven't been as huge of a deal. Typically, they're not on Sundays. They haven't been yet, which is historically when pay-per-views air. With the 8-hour time difference for people us on the West Coast. So if we would do a 8 o'clock, well, it's kind of
I think the bigger deal would really be the East Coast. Like, I mean, that's what the
that's only a 5-hour time difference.
I know exactly. Yeah, it's only a 5-hour time difference.
But I was just going to say, if they have an 8 p.m. start,
Yeah, it'd be 3 o'clock on the East Coast.
yeah, and it'd be noon here. But then by the time a WrestleMania would end, local time in the United Kingdom, to be midnight.
Okay, so I think Mania is off the. And in fact, Tom Kalu here on Twitter says he said the WWE are not in any talks to bring WrestleMania to the UK. I asked the question, and that is the simple, emphatic response. I think we can both agree.
Yeah,
that
WrestleMania is not happening.
I don't think WrestleMania is going to happen.
But I guess the point is, in terms of fitting, because here in the States, East Coast is the start time of 7 p.m., 4 p.m. here. So typically, for most shows, the show's wrapped by 11 p.m. East Coast.
Yeah.
At the latest, for anything but WrestleMania, probably.
Yeah. I mean, these days they've been doing like 3.5-hour shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be weird.
I'm just thinking if they have to push the start time further back to accommodate the U.S. crowd here in the States, is it going to get to the point where it's almost too late to do it in the United Kingdom? And maybe it's a small quibble. I'm just spitballing here.
Yeah.
Why time zones might still be an issue.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think, I think that's probably the case. But I don't know. You figure it's on a Sunday, like, we have
a poster here for the Royal Rumble 92, I believe, which is here in Sacramento. And it said the start time it's on here somewhere, like noon.
Yeah.
And that was like, Sacramento's here in California. It's not the United Kingdom. So at one point, they started the show.
That's true for now.
Super early.
Yeah. Was it on there?
I swear it was.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I think that'd be great. I think they should do it. Why not? Big deal. Big money deal. I mean, that's hey, dude.
12:45 p.m.
Hey, that's the bigger deal though. It's all about the money. If somebody in the UK ponied up enough money,
if Richard Branson cut a $500 million check,
they wouldn't care if it aired at 3 o'clock in the morning here.
Nope.
They'd be like, hey, this is money. It's going to bring our stock price up. That's all they care about right now. So if the money was right,
SummerSlam when they wake up in the morning.
Exactly. Yeah, they wouldn't care.
No, they wouldn't care.
Little interesting bit of news coming out of Takeover's post Takeover Facebook live stream with Triple H and the departing Kathy Kelly. There is some rumors apparently going around because, both Raw and NXT are on USA Network. The USA Network might have had something to do with Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte happening at WrestleMania to get some co-brand promotion in there.
Buzz going on, promote both shows. Yeah.
Triple H had this to say about that, though. Actually, USA had no involvement. This is a quote. This is in Wrestle Talk, had the transcript here. Support Wrestle Talk. He said, actually, USA had no involvement in it, really at all. But I believe that this was, to be honest, it was shocking to me when it was first mentioned to me. I believe that this was really just a decision from Vince's part on understanding where the other stories are going for the women.
Well, hold on a second. Before we get to the rest of it, was Triple H shocked that he would want Charlotte to challenge Rhea? Or is Triple H shocked that there needs to be stories outside of the Four Horsewomen?
No. I thought you were going to say Triple H is shocked that Vince knows who Rhea Ripley is.
Or that too.
But I mean, given that she had a really prominent role, like one of the most prominent roles
during Survivor Series.
Series.
I'm sure he does. I just didn't know if it's a situation where Triple H was shocked. It's like, what, Vince wants to go outside the Four Horsewomen to tell.
You do realize Rhea's not one of the Four Horsewomen.
Yeah.
You do know that, right? Yes, I know that.
Anyways,
I don't know, man. I think Vince seems to be expanding his horizons when it comes to some of the women that NXT feature. I mean, we talked about Bianca Belair having such a prominent role in Survivor Series as well. Yeah. Of course, Shayna Baszler, she's making a big big splash.
Yeah. Taking a bite out of the main roster.
Main roster, exactly. So that's kind of interesting. Vince has his finger on the pulse, man. Who'd have thought? He's killing it with the XFL. You said there was some terrific football being played this weekend, right?
I mean, NFL's days are numbered. This is the quality we're going to expect from the XFL on a weekly basis.
All right. The only thing I saw from this weekend was that one-minute interview of that quarterback saying to the interviewer, she's like, hey, what do you guys have to change going into the second half? He said, our entire offensive game plan. Then they benched the quarterback.
I was watching this was great. I was watching the LA Dallas game. And at one point, the head coach for the LA team sat on the bench and started talking defensive strategy with, I guess, his defensive coordinator while sitting on the bench. I've never seen an NFL
pop a squat
without talking to, like, I've seen Andy Reid sit next to Pat Mahomes or whomever to look over pictures or something like that.
Yeah.
But he was just like, all right, it looked like I'm just going to sit down for a bit.
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah.
And he's just sitting there.
Well, they're getting $500,000. They're not getting like the millions and millions that most NFL
I doubt
coaches
the coach
get.
is getting $500,000.
Well, that's what I looked up. I said,
really?
yeah, I looked up. I was like, how much are these guys getting paid? $500,000.
Wow.
Yeah. I know, right? I was like, are they getting paid like $60,000 a year?
No, that would have to mean because they got Bob Stoops, who won a national championship at Oklahoma.
They have some former NFL head coaches on there. Yeah.
Like Norm Chow's the offensive coordinator for LA for now.
Yeah. Yeah.
That game was awful.
They're getting paid way more than the players are, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I think like top player in XFL is making $250.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Yeah. Somebody who might be making some more money in Hollywood, Sasha Banks, apparently has joined the cast of The Mandalorian season 2.
Yeah.
This is from the Mat Men
Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Yeah.
Breaking news on Twitter. Said, here's another interesting tidbit we were told by the same person. We'll get to another story from them in a moment, but can 100% confirm it. Sasha Banks will be in season 2 of The Mandalorian. They also added that Sasha has shot her scenes already, and Pro Wrestling Sheet, when reporting on it, says the news or involvement in the show's second season was first reported by Mat Men, and sources tell us their information is accurate.
Wow. That's
cool. Of course, it was announced earlier this year, Mandalorian season 2 will debut in October.
Yeah.
Man. As far as I'm aware, production has already begun, so it seems entirely possible.
So
Sasha,
good.
I haven't finished season 1 yet.
Season 1 is so good. That last episode is terrific.
I got to finish that up. Maybe I'll try to do that tonight after Raw.
No word on if the Mandalorian is able to take advantage of her bum ankle. Or if she
shows up and he goes, it's boss time.
It's boss time. Yeah, exactly. That's cool though. They got a really killer cast. Just the most eclectic cast.
Without any spoilers, can we anticipate Werner Herzog being back for season 2? Or you don't want to
I don't think so.
All right, that's fair.
Maybe. Honestly, I forget now.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah, I forget now. Yeah, I don't know. Crap, I forget, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. Like Gina Carano is in it.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing her first flick, the Soderbergh movie.
Yeah.
And like she was primarily in that movie because they wanted like practical stunts with the actual actress, and she does that stuff.
Yeah.
Wasn't like the greatest actress in the world, but evidently in the last 10 years or whatever it's been since that, she's gotten pretty good as like an actual actress, you know? Mm-hmm. So it'd be interesting to see. And they got some terrific directors on that show. So man, I think that's great. Can you imagine Sasha Banks working a scene with Werner Herzog?
It'd be great.
That'd be terrific, man.
It'd be great.
That'd be great.
What maybe great, but not exactly exciting, the WWE Universe, is another story from Matt Men podcast. Both them and Dave Meltzer reported on Saturday that John Cena's WrestleMania 36 opponent is going to be Elias. Matt Men added, quote, some more detail on Cena versus Elias at WrestleMania on Tuesday. We were told this by someone who would know. Elias isn't that high up on Vince's list.
He's pretty high on Bruce Pritchard's list.
This is just something for Cena to do at Mania. Anyways, Meltzer called the bout underwhelming.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, while saying that if this match does happen, it'd be the third consecutive Mania where Elias and Cena have had a segment. Of course, last year it was Dr. Thugonomics. Cena made a return.
Yeah.
To drop Elias with an FU. Mm-hmm. Year prior, they had a bit of an altercation before Cena got destroyed by Undertaker. So that's what we call long-term storytelling of the wrestling business.
Not into this.
How about this? I thought about this. I know they're saying that Elias is going to be Cena's opponent. With Elias working face lately, Cena's not turning heel.
No.
What if instead of them wrestling each other, it's going to be a tag situation?
Yeah, okay.
So they're tagging up to, I don't know, face, I don't know.
Baron Corbin.
I was going to say Cesaro and I don't know, Nakamura.
Miserable. Baron Corbin and like Dolph Ziggler or something. Because then Cena, more long-term storytelling, Cena can then he can humiliate publicly, of course, Baron Corbin, which is what we all know Baron Corbin was born to do.
Yeah.
Be publicly humiliated.
Specifically by one John Cena.
Specifically by John Cena. Exactly. Let's talk Raw preview.
Yeah, let's do that. First entry here. Man, this is just a toss-together tag match. Rusev and Humberto Carrillo set to battle Bob Lashley and Angel Garza.
What the heck?
You got two storylines that are completely unrelated. Why not just put them together?
Just shove them all together.
Next, what lies ahead for Becky Lynch in the wake of Shayna Baszler's attack? Probably some stitches and a match at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Next, this was interesting. Matt Hardy to battle Randy Orton in a no-holds-barred match. Maybe this will write Matt Hardy off TV.
He put a picture of himself on a plane, I think, with a neck brace on. So I hope he wrestles the whole match with neck brace.
Who had it? Somebody had it in the news about Matt Hardy turning down.
He turned down WWE's latest contract offer. Yeah, I saw that.
Well, like in the 700,000, something like that.
I didn't see any.
That's what I thought it was.
Any numbers attached to it. But.
Yeah, 6-figure deal, not quite the Edge deal. You got to stay away for a lot longer than that to get the Edge deal.
And finally, Seth Rollins to hold sermon on Monday Night Raw.
Just call your group the church, man. Just do it. It's a cool sounding name.
Church of Rollins.
The Church of Rollins. Yeah, whatever, sir. Sure.
Yeah.
The church, the congregation.
The Gospel of Rollins.
The Gospel. Hey, that's a cool name. They probably want to stay away from like stuff that's like, too like churchy, So I don't know. Man. The Church of Seth Rollins
Every
of
week
Latter-day Saints.
He should have a segment called the Monday Service.
Yeah. He does like a 20-minute sermon, which puts me to sleep. That's all I remember about church, man. He would just, oh, man, this is the part where that dude just sits up there and talks for days.
And then you got to turn the page. You got to do the hymn.
Yeah, and then you got to, the worst was like having to like give peace to your brothers. Like you got to stand up and be like, peace be with you. Peace be with you.
I never had to do that.
Peace be with you. You guys big churchgoers back in the day?
Not really, no.
But every once in a while, huh?
Yeah, we go every once in a while.
Yeah, the obligatory church.
It's usually around Christmas.
Yeah, okay, yeah. We went weekly for a spell.
Yeah, we probably did for a while, too.
I always like the post-church shenanigans where you get some food in you.
Yeah.
That was always nice. Anyways, thanks everybody for tuning in. We appreciate it.
Yes.
That's it for News Brief on the audio version of today's show, which you can get on any podcast app. We're going to open up the old mailbag.
Yeah, we're going to answer some questions.
And we're going to answer some questions. So, yeah. But if you don't want to listen to that, you just watch this. It's fine. Thanks for watching, everybody. Till next time, we'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.